Look, I know I may say things that may come out wrong to some people, or come out maybe apathetic, but no, I'm very sympathetic, empathetic. In some of my songs, when I ask certain questions, they're rhetorical. They're meant to provoke a thought. But I know that surviving, and I've said it so many different times in this world, when you're surviving in this world, it sucks sometimes because you do things that you wouldn't do otherwise, or you do things to survive. So I get it. And sometimes there are repercussions for doing said things aren't good. You have you experience the trauma behind it, the damage, and then you seeking to be healed from it. And you got healed only so much, only for you to think you have to go back out and do it again to survive, then get healed, or heal others to witness that and to experience that. And people want to put up your head or say things bad about you, which is stupid. Um, and you call yourself in this so-called system that we're living in, providing legal opportunities. But let's face it, if people having more people to feed versus opportunities, there's gonna be an imbalance. So why are you bringing more people into the world knowing that there are not going to be enough opportunities? And say roles, it's roles that we may not be fulfilled in doing, still, legal or illegal. You might as well legalize most of, for the simple fact of being understanding of certain individuals who think that's the only way out. But it may lead to more issues, and I understand that problem because it's all about the exposure, and those exposures aren't the healthiest for the ones who doing it, nor for the ones who are fulfilling their role. So it's like hurting people for temporary gains, monetary gains, temporary gains, fulfilling a sensory um, attribute, feeling one of the senses or more than one of the senses, touch, smell, hear, whatever, feel, just to feel a sense of relief, temporary relief, and then you back to feeling ugh sometime, or you probably still feel happy afterwards or neutral. You just don't know with these types of actions, the aftermath of it. So we try to be um, optimistic, and we try to be like helping one another to be their best version of themselves or mitigate the damage. But that's why I say stuff the way I say it, and my stance is like where I stand. That's why I stand like I stand, advocate like I advocate. It's just the burdens of life, of survival, and all these different aspects of living, of existing, and all you can't help but be empathetic and understanding, overstanding these things and the struggle, and how just going extinct will save us all. Like I don't want to say it. I understand how for some it will hurt because you see the beauty of living in life, and you want to live, and you think birthing others is a good thing because they're experiencing life, the ups and the downs. But it's just so horrible when you are on the more of the unfortunate, misfortunate end of the stick of living. It's just, it's not a happy ride. You try to find the happiness in the midst of it, but it's just, I, that's why those beings, that's why I feel like I want to have hope, believe, faith that there are beings that are seeking the best for us all. And that's why we go extinct, so we can return back to permanent salvation, uh, paradise, well, a place where there's no suffering, um, where we once had it, where it was everything was provided, and you know, fruits, um, love, compassion, healing. It was you didn't have to worry about healing, or you know, you was at optimal efficiency. You was healed. You was provided for. The animals didn't have to eat each other for sustenance, or something. Not all the animals did, because you know, some of the animals didn't. They're herbivores or whatever. But I digress. It was all good, you know. And you know, I know we're trying in our own little ways to make it good now for everyone in some way, and that's why I advocate like I do and say these things, not to try to rub it in anyone else's face, because I understand. I know, like, shoot, I'm living too. You know, I'm still in this existence. So trying to, I understand. And I'm empathetic and being overstanding and compassionate and showing some form of grace and mercy and all these different things. And that's why I say things and advocate like I do. It's not out of a place of love. I mean, out of a place of hate, but out of a place of love, out of a place of concern. Uh, Although they do want you to, people may want me to think that I'm not doing it out of a place of care. How is that? I'm actually being, I'm thinking in more of a consideration type of mindset than others who want to just birth people into existence. Come on, man. Like, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to the opportunity, the unemployment rate, you know, all these different factors? I mean, yeah, we can be optimistic and positive all day, you know, but I think at some point you gotta be aware. I'm gonna say it like that, and use your sovereign right to be the solution, to just not carelessly bringing others into existence, into a world that you know, into your world that you know you having the hardest time surviving and coping and dealing. It's just, I say that's the one way you can be a hero, uh, and as well as just trying to scrounge yourself out of the mud and finding a way. for yourself while you're living, because you breathing and living. That's all. I mean, I can go on.